let's build the ONYX. I have all the pieces for the rear frame here. I'm going to have the yellow pieces up top. So I'm going to take this top piece with the cleat area, and I'm going to connect my two corners. Then I'm going to take the side pieces, making sure that the clips face inward. And then the bottom is going to be orange. Again, clips inward, attach the corners, attach everything together. Next is the back plate. I have a pegboard addition here. So I'm going to put everything out, and I'm going to start making a little X shape, tilt them sideways, pull it together, click. Same thing over here. Just tilt together, they click. Then we make a V shape in the middle. There we go. And we just push it all in to the clips. Next are the depth pieces. So here's a depth piece with both connectors already attached. This one needs another connector, so I'm going to push one in and one in over here. Then I'm going to line these things up with the holes and just push them in. For the side plates or the bottom, you can put these acrylic sheets. I'm going to put the bottom panel over here. Next is the handle. So this is the handle holder here that I printed in two pieces, put them together, just line them up like that. I'm actually going to put this in before I put the handle part in. Correct orientation. There we go. Now, you can see the handle area at the top. We should put one end in to the hole here, and then twist the other till it snaps center. Next, I'm going to go 4 spaces down. If I wanted to put an acrylic shelf, I would do it here, but I'm going to use a 3D printed shelf. So I'm going to put this aside for now and continue with the front frame. This edge here for the front is going to be facing the bottom, and these are just the reverse of the rear pieces. So they are not interchangeable that way. So connect pieces together, making sure that the bevel for the side pieces is facing inward, and this is the top piece. And then click them together. We're going to grab the ONYX here and attach our front frame, clicking all the corners into place. Now we can add the shelf clamp pieces. Take our 3D printed shelf, open it up a little bit, and align one of the sides with the clamps, just pushing it in there a little. Do the same with the other side, and then just push down, and the shelf stays in place there. Second last thing is to add a skin. So I'm going to put the cyberpunk skin in here. I already have some of the skin connectors in. For some of these big pieces, we don't need all of them, so I'm just going to place them in as is. This floats in the air. It doesn't need to happen all at once. The last thing to do is deal with the door and the handle. So I'm going to put this aside for... Don't worry. Okay. So I'm going to take the handle, put it to the side. I'm going to take the acrylic, and I'm going to just slide it most of the way in. Then I'm going to take the door handle, just make sure that everything fits all right. Sits flush here. I'm just going to move it out a little bit, take painter's tape, and I'm going to tape the two together just a little bit. Slide it out even more, indicate where it ends on each part of the acrylic. Now I'm going to pull the whole thing out and put the ONYX to the side. Okay. So now we know exactly where we want it to go, but we do want to make sure that when we super glue, there isn't going to be any white residue from the super glue drying. So I'm going to take some more painter's tape and cover the acrylic as much as possible on this one side. Now flipping it over, this is the side that we're actually going to glue. So there's the most risk of residue happening. Look how far down this is going to go. Painter's tape. Now I'm going to take a long piece of painter's tape, cover as much as possible along the same line here. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. Now I'm also going to cover the corner pieces about the same spot. Okay. Now flipping it back over, going to take the super glue. This is a gel-based super glue, just because it fits into the cracks of the PLA better. Apply it to the door handle. And I'm going to line the two up best I can. put some pressure, and then we're just going to leave this for 15 minutes. It's now been 15 minutes, and now this is dried, so it is holding it up just fine. I'm going to take the tape off, and now I can slide the door right in. It sits just fine.